Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla battling video. I hope you had a great weekend, and this video probably is going to drive a lot of veteran players away from the game, at least for the month of December. I know after looking at the blog post from today, I am very much not feeling the December season, but we'll see. I'm open-minded, we'll see where it goes. So before we even read the blog from today, which is a balance update, it should be noted that Hedorah and Desghidorah are going to become leaders in the December season. No word on if they will ease up on the restrictions of Desghidorah, like obtainability, because Desghidorah is a very good unit on the field, and we've seen it in testing a lot, and especially in fixed. Desghidorah is phenomenal. It's just for ranked, very difficult to use him because obviously he's limited to only pieces during All-Star Battle. So he's much harder to level up than some other characters, but he is statistically stronger than King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. So this does make him the better of the Ghidorahs, but it's so hard to get pieces for him, no one uses them. Hedorah's widely available, always has been. So we're getting a new 3-star leader. Very excited for a 3-star leader especially. We're getting a new 4-star leader in Desghidorah, so maybe he'll see some more use, but if they don't let up the restrictions on obtaining pieces for him, then I really don't think it's going to matter because no one's going to want to use a level 5 Desghidorah. Maybe they make him rentable next season to 10. I know a lot of veteran players, it's not going to matter for them, so whatever, but new players, I think they're going to see a lot of play out of him for sure. Especially really early game, Desghidorah is very, very strong. So, alright, you guys. Now let's look at the blog post. The notice of balance adjustments, and we see, who is that? Battra. Okay. In order to provide an exciting and evolving battle environment for all players at Godzilla Battleline, we have adjusted the game's balance to coincide with the start of the new season. This time, we have reviewed and adjusted the parameters of battle pieces with a low victory rate compared to their usage rate. The adjustments are as follows. Battra is getting increased HP. I hope this is a typo. They are buffing Battra. I don't know at what point in the arena they are looking at these stats. Maybe like the first 12 ranks. But Battra Imago, the better Battra, one of the best characters in the game, is getting an HP increase. It doesn't matter if it's a 1% increase. It doesn't matter if it's a 5% increase. One of the best units, if not the best unit in the game, is getting buffed. For no reason. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Shin Godzilla's second form, which is actually the first form in this game, is getting its HP increase. Love to see it. Shin Godzilla needs some love. Weird that they're buffing Shin Godzilla first form, because Toho did tell us that the 3-star evolution units in their live stream, they said the units are good. We are just not using them properly. So, weird that they're buffing them. Destroyer got a few buffs. Shin Godzilla's getting a few buffs. Weird. Weird, Toho. Very weird. Hedorah increased attack. This is fine. Hedorah always gets buffed. Hedorah always gets buffed. Hedorah's had one nerf, and it was to increase her cost from 3 to 4 for the mature form, and then routinely gets her attack buffed. So this is a dub for me. I love using Hedorah. I don't think this translates to leader damage, because it doesn't say Hedorah leader, it just says Hedorah mature stage. So if Hedorah's a good leader, then I'm using her as my leader for sure over G89, depending on what her health and her stats are. But I really do like Hedorah on the field a lot, so I think this is an awesome change. The Stealth Bomber is getting increased HP and a shortened attack interval. This might make it slightly better. I don't think this is going to make it extremely viable, because it still costs, what is it, 5 or 6 or something like that, and it doesn't hit anything else, and it's not stealthed. This will still get taken down before it hits the leader, but it's going to have a better chance at surviving and reaching to the leader. And then Gigan's 1972 is getting increased HP. So probably the two worst units in the game, like not counting facilities or spells, like these are the two worst units in the game are getting buffs. Gigan buff, I really don't think this is going to matter, and I really don't think the HP buff on the Stealth Bomber is going to matter. What I think will help the Stealth Bomber is the faster attack time, because you're going to be able to get more damage out, but it doesn't have a way to defend itself, and something is just going to shoot it down immediately, like Ultraman, or Mothra Leo, or Battra with the Battra buff, or EVA Unit 1, or Burning Godzilla, or Kiryu, like Manila. Anything that hits the air is going to take this thing down. Okay, so that is the balance adjustments, and it just gets worse from there. At least when I previewed this, it got a little worse, and we're about to double check to see if my suspicions are correct. So that concludes the balance adjustments. Hedorah and Desghidorah will be available as leader units at the Hedorah and Desghidorah will be available as leader units following an update at the end of the month. The new leaders will have their own special moves, each with unique support effects to expand your tactics. Although no new battle pieces will be added in this update, we're planning to introduce a variety of new units in the near future. Stay alert. The December season is not going to have a new unit. We are getting Hedorah and Desghidorah as leaders. I suspect Desghidorah will be the Season Pass character to help new players get pieces for Desghidorah, help veterans get a little bit extra. Hedorah, I don't think Hedorah's going to be thrown in there, but I think both of them will be rentable. There is no new units for December. For the Christmas season, the holiday season, where people will probably want to spend on this game, there is no new character. And arguably the best character in the game is getting a buff. I think a lot of people are going to skip this season. I'm probably not going to buy the pass. I might buy it just for the collectibles. But, man, Toho, you fucked up. I don't think this... Listen, the balance adjustments here... Like, these 4 balance adjustments are good balance adjustments. I like these changes. I think these 2 probably aren't going to matter until we see what the increased HP is. This could be nothing. This could be halfway decent. I think the Hedorah one is... Listen, buffing Hedorah is always welcome. Buffing Shin is always welcome. Make Shin more usable. This one by itself, like, makes this entire balance adjustment, like, ridiculous. Like, these 4 are decent changes. This one is almost like a kick in the teeth. I know a ton of players who have emailed Toho directly about not wanting Battra meta forever, and we are definitely going to be in Battra meta forever. Oh my god, and there's no new unit, and these 2 are becoming leaders, and I do not think Hedorah and Desghidorah have enough presence or gusto to carry a season by themselves without a new character. Hell, last year in December, we got Burning Godzilla's season, and then by the end of December, we got Godzilla 1954's season, so... Man, who knows? We could have an early December season like Burning's was. Burning's season ended like right after Christmas, like I think on like the 26th or the 27th, maybe earlier than Christmas, and then we had Godzilla 1954 join in at the end of Christmas, and then we didn't get a new unit in January because 1954 was introduced early in December and then went into January. So that is something. I mean, maybe the January season is going to have like 3 units, because we've never had a season where we don't technically get a new unit. The only season that happened was last January with, like I said, 1954, who we had gotten in like a week earlier in December, but he was still like new. Like he was still only like maybe a week old, and then he was the featured unit. These units have... Hedorah has been in the game since day one. Desghidorah has been in the game since like... not even October, maybe September of last year. So both of these units are well over a year old in this game. This is an original unit. This is an original unit. This is an original unit. This original unit doesn't need a freaking buff. And then this is Shin Godzilla. I think there's a fumble here, Toho. I think somewhere here there's a fumble, and I think there not being a new battle piece is a horrible move, considering there's a lot of players who do not like the collabs. They do not like Evangelion collab. They didn't like the Ultraman collab. They want more Godzilla monsters. They want more monsters that they love, that they know and love. And we are getting no new monsters next season. I actually have a... I can't show. I gotta make a separate video on it. I made a pie chart. Of the percentages of characters added this year that were Godzilla units versus collaboration units. And it was, you know, kind of almost what you would expect, but there is a large portion of the community, I know for a fact, that, you know, is tired of getting Ultraman units. They didn't want the Evangelion units. They're definitely not going to want the Kamen Rider units. They want Godzilla monsters. They want more Toho units. I don't even care. I don't think they care if it's the Atragon. I think that's a ship, I don't even remember, or like Batongo, and I think he's like a mushroom creature. I don't really think people care what they get at this point. I don't even know if that's Toho, I think it is. I don't even think people care what they get, as long as it is Godzilla adjacent and not like a third-party monster. That's what they want. And December, they are getting nothing after enduring months of collaborations. We are getting shortchanged on a new Godzilla piece. Or, not Godzilla, but Godzilla monster. And then that coupled with the best unit in the game is getting buff after being mass called for nerfs is just not a great situation for them. So I think there's going to be a lot of players. I think there's especially going to be a lot of whales that skip this season. Maybe they buy the pass and they grind like normal, but I don't think they're going to really be competing. I don't really think people are going to be very ecstatic. I don't think the whales are going to be spending next season. There's no reason to spend, unless maybe Desghidorah is easier to obtain than how he is now. Maybe they spend to get him up. I doubt it. They've really provided no real incentive to spend. Maybe some of the offers around Christmas time are good, but if the whole season is bad, I highly doubt people are going to log on just to spend money around Christmas on this game. I think we have, obviously, you know, this is going live on 11/28/2022. We have not had Season 19 go live yet, so maybe my judgments are misplaced, and I'll see in the next 2 days what the deal is. But on the surface, from these blog posts, this looks like ass. I'm not excited for this season. Maybe we get some cool skins or something that we don't know about, and we can grind out for some skins. I just think that making the season about 2 units, theoretically about 2 units that have been in the game for a year with nothing new, and then buffing the best unit in the game is going to leave a really sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. So this was my rant video. I know a lot of you guys like my rant videos. So this was kind of like a rant and a game update video in general. I know it's running a little long, so I appreciate you if you stuck around all this way. Thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.